The blasted plains of the Outlands, perhaps the most desolate place in the Heretic Kingdoms. According to legend, this was once a great lake, but when the Great Rift was torn open, the water drained away, leaving only parched mud and sand. The desert stretches out as far as the eye can see, broken only by stone crags worn by centuries of sandstorms. The Outlands have long been infested with undead, since all who die amidst the dust soon reanimate, unless their body is disposed of carefully. This attracts large numbers of slavers to the region, particularly those strange crocodilians known as Sebekan, from the mysterious lands beyond the burning wall. From the Tholian Plateau to the oasis at the foot of the jagged peaks, the Outlands are rife with perils that beset the unwary. I could only hope that my allies would prove capable of meeting me on the far side. Good. You made it this far. We do not have long. The nomads cannot have missed that cacophony. Try to escape the camp through the south gate into the Outlands if you can. If you are captured, you must not reveal our association. It will mean death for us both.
You trust me to keep this secret?
I have no choice but to do so. Zar may let you go if you reveal how you escaped the city. But it would be disaster for Thal if you did. I leave it to you how to resolve that particular predicament. They are coming.
You dare besiege my city! Prepare to die! Cowards! Fight me like men! Don't trap me like an animal!
You killed my men, and shall stand trial. Guards, take him to the arena.
Is this the intruder?
Aye. The killer has been arrested, and now stands trial.
Very well, my lord.
You are guilty of murder. What say you?
Accused, my lord. He is accused of murder, not guilty.
I am law speaker here, Sage.
Of course, my lord.
You're accused of murder. What say you?
You attack me, and I will defend myself!
So, you admit your crime?
My lord, according to the law of Zar, it is unclear that death in battle entails a crime.
Quiet, Sage. My men are dead. That's murder.
Indeed, you are, my lord.
Who are you? What do they call you?
I am Kalig, the Bandit King, defender of Thor.
Never heard of you. But I am Zar. I am law speaker, and I will pass judgment on your crimes. If you wish me to be lenient, you should tell me what I want to hear. The gate didn't open, but you came from Thol. How did you get into my war camp? I demand you tell me how you got here.
Bite me, dog breath.
You mock me, barbarian!
Do not call me that!
I will call you what I please.
I will tear your tongue from your stupid jaws, dog.
Do not call me that! Guards, execute this barbarian!
My lord, the law is quite clear.
I am law speaker here.
The fourth claw of the left paw, my lord.
Remind me, sage.
A ruling of death shall mean trial by combat.
Death? Trial by combat? What difference does it make? Slay him, guards. Your law speaker commands it. My guards are all trained gladiators. They've been itching for a chance to prove themselves in the arena. Begin! You deserve to die, you weaklings. Have I no stronger warriors?
My lord, there is no warrior as strong as you are.
Indeed, Sage. There is not. As law speaker, I decree your trial by combat ends with me. Now feel the wrath of a true warrior, barbarian.
Gonna enjoy teaching you a lesson, dog. Too bad you won't remember after I've taken your head off your neck. Come on then!
Curse you, barbarian.
That soul is mine.
You shall not call me that again.
Thy soul is ours, Tsar.
Demon! Demon! There's a demon among us!
Damn you, Devourer. They will not let you leave now. Head for the southern gate. I will open it for you. Go.
Go.
The demon is among us! Defend yourselves!
We're near the southern gate here. We'll have to go north to reach it.
Demon! Our very souls are in jeopardy!
We're almost at the gate now.
Ashiina porta silbara! Quickly, through the gate before they close it. Listen carefully. We have little time. Head southeast through the outlands, towards the oasis at the foot of Broken Spear Pass in the jagged peaks. I will meet you there shortly. Now go.
You're going down! I never tire of the challenges of this desert.
Thou wert never the brightest of souls.
Can't afford people to get suspicious. I'd better do the talking. You're a long way from home, Celine.
Indeed I am, Kalik. But a true entrepreneur finds opportunity everywhere. My humble emporium is at your disposal, Bandit King. Do you need some help?
Thought you were one of the smart merchants, Celine. What are you doing here?
I'm not exactly here by choice. I've worked damn hard to climb the ranks in the Guild of Silk over the years. Fought my way up to Caravan Master. I'm this close to Arashad making me Caravan Grandmaster. This close. Then it all fell apart. Lost my caravan, reduced to selling trinkets at the most dangerous retail outlet in all the Heretic Kingdoms. Forgive me. I didn't mean to burden you with my woes. What can I do for you?
How did you lose the caravan?
Not just my caravan, Kalik. I lost a lot of your men, too. Nomads. The same ones besieging Thor, I think. Your mercenaries fought well, but this wasn't just an ambush. They were organized, almost disciplined. I lost everything in that attack. I can't go back to Thor with nothing. I'd be ruined. If I could recover the cargo, maybe. The important items at least. Maybe. Well, dreaming is free, I guess. How can I help?
I could help you recover your lost cargo, for a fee, of course.
I no longer have much in the way of coin, but I have what you see on my stall. If you will help recover my cargo, you can have whatever you like. I've thought about this a great deal. There are 4 things I would need to return to the guild with my pride intact. Firstly, perhaps most importantly, a sword known as the Reaper that was in my charge. Secondly, a griffin egg, very rare and not that easy to acquire. Thirdly, some bolts of silk. I have a stash of these, but I can't get to it safely. Lastly, a supply manifest from the Temurian border camp. A real coup that, getting an order from the wolf folk. But the Temurian who helped me arrange the deal is dead, and there's no way they'll let you cross the border. Well, that's what I'd need. If you can get me any of these things, I would be truly grateful. What can I do for you?
Tell me about this Reaper sword. Who has it now?
It is a dangerous weapon in anyone's hands. Do not treat this matter lightly. The man I charged with guarding it acted very strangely from the moment he touched it. His name is Famulus. No backbone, that one. He ran into the hills the moment the nomads attacked. If you search the rocky hills to the west of the Outlands, the sword may still be there. And if not, there may yet be clues as to where Famulus fled. What can I do for you?
Where can I get a griffin egg?
There are several eyries in the jagged peaks, but I fear few outside of Temuria know how to get to them. If you search Broken Spear Pass thoroughly, you may yet find a route to one. But beware that the mother does not catch you raiding her nest. How can I help?
You said you stashed the silk somewhere.
The bolts are marked with the seal of the Silken Sail Alliance, the finest money can buy. The cart carrying it managed to escape, and my man Balthazar was able to stash it in a cave. I can mark the location of the cave on your map, but there's a problem. When I found Balthazar, he was dying from the venom of the sand scorpion. I'm afraid his chosen hiding place may have been ill-advised. What can I do for you?
How do I replace the supply manifest?
The captain at the border camp into Temuria is desperate for supplies. She's not being provisioned from her own kind for some reason. If you have a Temurian who can get into the camp, replacing the manifest is a trivial job. The problem is getting a Temurian ally. What can I do for you?
Finally, I was beginning to wonder if you were going to make it.
You should have more confidence in me, mage.
I am certain you have questions, but you should make use of the meager facilities here first. Join me over in the southeast corner when you are ready.
I hate it when he does that.
Are you certain you are ready? We may need to leave in a hurry. Before I answer your question, you must learn how all this began and how it must end. The year that the Theocrat seized power away from the last god empress, Lady Mara Valkyrin founded the Order of the Veil. Mara had one purpose: the defeat of the Theocrat and the destruction of all religion. The theocracy and the Gerulian Empire before it had used religious symbols to wield power. Mara's goal at first was simply to free the world from that oppression. But to defeat great power requires even greater power. And it does not take long for power itself to become its own end. 60 years after the founding of the Order, Mara found a way to extend their power by channeling the essence of the dead god into their own bodies. It required an artifact, an immensely ancient cauldron sacred to the Temurians that was known as the Crucible of Souls. The Order stole it from Temuria and concealed it in the city of Kyalisa. Using a ritual only known to the Pentanera, the Crucible can channel the essence of the dead from across the veil, the barrier that separates dimensions. But what the Order did not know was that there were twin dangers to using the cauldron. 2 centuries ago, the High Sage of the Pentanera used the ritual to channel vast quantities of essence into his body, against the laws of the Order. A dark spasm twisted his body into a demonic creature, and in its rampage, Lady Mara herself was killed. The High Executioner Baron Evanger pursued this outcast mage for centuries, eventually ending his life. But Mara, although dead, was not gone. The dark spasm had fortified her soul with essence beyond anything we mages had experienced previously. And the more essence the Pentanera channeled through the cauldron, the narrower the space between the worlds became. Mara's soul was eventually found by a demon, a devourer, and she began to plot her return to this world. Meanwhile, Mara's son Serge Valkyrin rose to become the new High Inquisitor. It was Lord Valkyrin who sensed my potential when I was a young initiate in the Order. About 40 years ago, I managed to become Chancellor to the Theocrat. A decade after that, there was a rebellion against the theocracy, and I was able to slay the Theocrat myself with one well-aimed knife blow. My reward was the post of High Sage, which I gladly accepted. With the Theocrat defeated and religion all but eliminated, the Order began to quarrel. Lord Valkyrin sensed, correctly I might add, that the Order was no longer as committed to its original goal of stamping out religious power by eradicating religion itself. He and his acolyte attempted to seize control of the last remaining relic, the Godslayer sword, in order to destroy its terrible power once and for all. The rest of the Pentanera resisted them, but the resultant war from within nearly destroyed us. Valkyrin and Avenger were both slain, but their souls were fortified with the essence of the ritual, just as Mara's had been. All those centuries of rituals with the Crucible of Souls had weakened the Veil immeasurably, and the destruction of the Godslayer changed the balance between worlds. Shattered heaven came to impinge upon this world, and the world of dreams that mages had once walked within became shadow. When Lady Mara returned to us, it seemed like a miracle. But I do not trust miracles, and when Valkyrin and Avenger also returned from the dead, I knew my days in the Order were numbered. So I fled and made my plans. Carissa was an ally for a while, but eventually they took her life and made her a demon too. With few options remaining, I eventually took the desperate step of summoning you, demon. We have no hope, you and I, unless we can find a way that the Crucible of Souls might be destroyed. I have no possibility of learning anything useful from the Temurians, but you just might. Especially now you have Tsar at your disposal. Destroy the cauldron, and we may yet defeat Lady Mara, Lord Valkyrin, and Baron Avenger. Unless the Crucible of Souls is shattered, you and I are both doomed. What do you want to know?
Where art the Crucible of Souls now?
Lady Mara moves it between Kyalisar and Thol, according to where the next ritual will take place. Wherever Mara can be found, the cauldron will be also. But she is too powerful. While she possesses the Crucible of Souls, there is no hope of recovering it, I'm afraid. It must be destroyed. What do you want to know?
Thou worked for Tsar?
Hardly. I feigned capture and service because doing so served our purposes.
You betrayed me, Sage. Deceived me.
Indeed I did, Tsar. Deception is, and has always been, my most effective weapon. Ask your questions.
Darmok's soul has been lost, but the ironclad zombie's soul has been taken. Why canst we consume some souls, but not others?
You can feed on the essence of any dead soul, but not all souls are powerful enough to withstand dying. Only those souls exposed to great quantities of essence maintain their identity into death. Although Darmok was in the Order of the Veil, he had only partaken of the ritual once. However, he had channeled essence into the ironclad zombie in order to maintain it as a servant. That is what allowed you to consume its soul. You have questions?
Art thou here, or just another projection?
You are wise to question what you see. It is a rare day that I elect to appear in person. I am here at the Oasis, but I will not say where. Shadow projection is far safer for a fugitive mage. Don't you agree? You have questions?
Why didst Calic's soul survive death?
I was wondering that too. I've never channeled essence in my life. Wouldn't know how.
I admit, I had my hand in this. Once I learned of Nemec's plot to seize control of the Guild of Steel, I began fortifying Calig with essence while he was asleep.
You tampered with me while I slept.
If I had not, you wouldn't be here now. You were far too valuable an asset to waste, Calig. What do you want to know?
Why did Tsar's soul survive death?
You did this to me, didn't you, Sage?
I can't claim any involvement, Tsar. You are a veteran of the Accession Wars. Like everyone else who fought in that conflict, you were exposed to the Conclave's final curse. You have questions?
The final curse? Explain thyself.
At the end of the Accession Wars, the Conclave of Temuria took desperate steps to try and drive out the invading army from Corwin. The curse the Conclave unleashed changed Temuria forever, but it also changed every veteran of that conflict too. That is why your soul survived your death, Tsar. The Conclave was foolish to use such a curse. Even today, Temuria has not recovered from the damage their war magic has wrought upon its flora and fauna. You have questions?
Where art Nemec?
Aye, you promised you would locate my son, Krenz.
I told you I would not forget this. Regrettably, I have only been able to ascertain the direction of travel, and not yet the distance. But your son is somewhere inside Temuria, Kalig. Of this, I am certain. What do you want to know?
How canst we possibly trust thee?
You can't, any more than I can trust you, demon. I have made a living from deception and betrayal, after all.
I can vouch for that.
But then you are a demon summoned without a pact, and you are equally difficult for me to trust. Yet, ironically, we both must trust the untrustworthy, else we are all doomed. Ask your questions.
Enough talking. I would rest now.
Indeed, a good night's sleep would do us both some good. Go ahead and rest. I must enchant the oasis with some alarms in case we are attacked.
Thou trust's no one, eh, mage?
It is the only reason I'm still alive.
Krenz, I'm here for your head!
Must you alert our quarry avenger?
You forget whom we pursue, Valkyrin. Krenz knew we were here the moment we were in sight of the oasis.
There are too many escape routes from here. We should not have engaged.
You elemental mages are all alike. You forget the basics. I'll guard the pass. You cover the desert. He'll not escape from here unless you fail me.
They're here. Faster than I expected.
Who?
Valkyrin and Avenger. They followed me. I have cast a celerity enchantment, and am already gone. For your sake, I hope that Valkyrin chooses to pursue me. Take the southern trail into Jagged Peaks. Broken Spear Pass will take you straight to Temuria. They will not follow you there, I hope. Do not try to engage Avenger. It's certain death if you do. But he is a sightless mage and cannot enter shadow. Use that to your advantage. Now go. Go! The jagged peaks stretch from the borders of Corwinth to the eastern ocean, 1,000 leagues hence. The mountain range protects the northern borders of the wolf tribes of Temuria, but they rarely set foot in its passes. From the outlands to Temuria, only one route can safely be trod: Broken Spear Pass. Griffins roost high atop the craggy ridges, and may fancy a lone traveler as an easy meal for their young. Worse horrors lurk in the dark places, unseen by any mortal eye. High in the pass stands a remote Temurian border camp. Few who are not of the wolf tribes pass beyond into the Temurian wilds. I could only trust in the ingenuity of my accomplices to gain admittance. Outstanding. You eluded Avenger.
Thou jests! He shall surely follow us into the mountain pass.
You are not his quarry today. He will not risk pursuing you if it might mean losing me. Head for Temuria if there's a way to destroy the Crucible of Souls. You may learn it there.
Most of the eggs are smashed. She won't miss one egg, right? I spoke too soon.
Finally! What took you so long? I've been here for months!
And who might you be?
How dare you! I am Kiri Malfgan, daughter of Lady Cadenza Malfgan and heir to the Lord Protectorship of Kyalasa.
Are those names supposed to mean something to me?
House Malfgan is one of the wealthiest in the whole of Corwinth. Wealth, power, it can be yours in return for helping me.
I might free you, for the right price, of course.
If you help me return to Kyalasa, I can pay you 5,000 in silver coins upon my return. In addition, I can offer a pension of 1,000 a year payable in cash upon the anniversary of my return. These are more than generous terms. I'm certain you'll agree.
Ah, I may regret saying this, but you can forget about paying me. I am a mercenary, but I don't work for nobles. Not my style. But I can't just abandon you, girl. You may be annoying, but I'm not a barbarian.
I haven't the strength to travel far. Certainly not to walk back to Corwinth like a common peasant. But there's a border camp atop Broken Spear Pass, isn't there? You should be able to arrange for the Temurians to return me to Kyalasa for a suitable bribe. 1,000 ought to do it. Payable on delivery, so to speak. Light the beacon there when it's safe for me to come to the border. Now, find me somewhere secure to hide in the meantime. I suppose I must endure some further hardship as a means to an end. Good. No one will find me here. Now hurry along, will you? I'm eager to return to Kyalasa.
Guard, fetch your captain. Tell her that I, Zar the Berserker, have returned to Temuria.
Zar! Zar has returned! Open the gate! Open the gate! The captain is expecting you, Zar. You will need her permission to go any further. An honor to have you in our border camp.
O Slayer of the Furless. I never thought I would return to my...